Right then, mutables. Gemini. Virgo. Sagittarius. And Pisces. Too many. Oh, Gemini. Virgo. Sagittarius. And Pisces. Some part of the family unit is coming to an end. It won't be good. It will be very emotional. 10 months is mentioned. Could be depression for some. Not good, is it? And I'm sorry if you're going through that or will be going through that at some time in the future. Yeah, you're at a threshold in your life where there is no going back to the old way of doing things and you're feeling stuck. You're not stuck, but you are in denial because at the bottom of the deck you've got the Tower in reverse. This is bickering. When you do communicate, can't be asked. Feel stuck probably because it's family, because you don't feel like you can cut family off. But you have to decide if you carry on the path you're going, because things are not going to ever be the same, or begin a whole new path altogether. It's your decision, nobody can make it for you. But at the minute you're stuck because you're carrying the baggage of the past with you. All minor arcana, so it could be just a small issue, not a big deal. Something's coming to an end. Yeah, because there's been lies, deceit and theft and you can't put up with it anymore, really. But you may not even know about it, but it's around illness. Somebody maybe haven't told you how ill there was. There's a lot of problems going on. And a doctor may be needed. Some of you, this is clinical depression. Some of you, this is alcoholic abuse. So overindulging. Addictions. You may have been unaware for some time and now you've got to cut this person out. So Spirit are reiterating what you said. Go with your gut instinct and be careful who you let sip from your cup. Don't give to people too freely because they are trying to manipulate you. They are stealing from you or using you for their own ends. The Thief. The last person you would think would steal from you, I'm afraid, and it could be a family member, but it's just to fuel their habit. And they will fix the blame on anybody else they can. So it's time for you to get away. Take a break. Don't talk to them. Just keep them at a distance. 82. It's okay to take a break and enjoy your creations, to take a moment from your busy schedule to get off the treadmill and appreciate and acknowledge all that you've created, achieved and released. And if it's a child, maybe you're beating yourself up thinking that you haven't achieved much. Bollocks. You just have to take time out for yourself before rushing into the next thing. Be in the moment and enjoy where you are. Take a breath and regather your mind, body and spirit. Recalibrate, appreciate and celebrate to decide what you want to do next. And if you take a moment, you're not going to miss anything. Perhaps you have to complete a big project, manifest something significant in your life, release an old way of doing or being, or just been burning the candle at both ends. Now is the time to take some time out before you rush into the next thing. You did it. Enjoy yourself, recalibrate, go on a vacation, book a massage, take a long walk in nature, or go for a rejuvenating weekend to recharge and replenish your batteries. Don't be giving it all away to others. Oh yes, third house, Gemini, you're in your own read, so it's more than significant than usual. And it is the North Node. So it's your life purpose, really. Your life purpose is to be an effective communicator. Your soul is learning to express itself without ambiguity or ambivalence. So you don't have to say anything that's argumentative. This is just your path of truth. Just be honest, be diplomatic, but don't let people take from you anymore. Third house issues. Yeah, it's about probably a feminine Taurus, or you having to speak your mind about finances, material things, wealth, worldly goods, personal resources, possessions, security, values and self-worth. So your self-worth has got to be important now, more important than giving in, especially to kids or people that are taking from you and taking advantage of you. Know your boundaries. Virgo, absolutely brilliant, but it may happen too fast for you. You don't like it moving this fast, but be alert, be aware and be prepared, because things are about to move fast. There may be communications of a passionate nature coming your way. Yeah, you've been feeling left out in the cold for some time, it seems. It might be because of the lockdown or isolation. You may have put yourself in voluntary isolation, or someone may have put you on the naughty step. But you may feel like you've lost half of yourself Don't worry about it, because there's something good coming. Home and family life is improving. There may be a marriage, a celebration, something that makes you feel like your foundations are strong, and it may even be a house move. But you may at this time feel like there's a lack of funds or finances for it. So you're putting it off until tomorrow because of the fear of lack. If a message comes your way that needs dealing with fast, you may want to put it off. We'll see from the next cards whether you should or not, especially with it being retrograde, but we'll see. The obstacles are usually put in your way so that you know whether you really want something or not. Yeah, you're worried that there isn't going to be no reunion because there's not enough money. Well, I don't think so. I think you can have a bit of hope here. So let's see. Maybe it's because you want it to be different. Maybe, say it was a wedding, you want it to be all singing, all dancing, bells and whistles. And with the lockdown, it may only be you and a few people allowed. As long as the love's there, you can always have a celebration at a later date. Yeah, you will get through this. You will survive. Gloria Gaynor, it's the anthem for all people who feel like they can't survive. You can survive this. Spirit are telling you you've been through worse and there is much happiness to come. So just think about this as a stepping stone, so a little obstacle to overcome. It's not going to stop you, it's just going to be different to how you expected. Yeah, because something in your life has to go, and I think it's this lack. Whatever you're lacking in has to go, and it will be screaming at you right now because of the energy that we're in. So you know something doesn't belong in your life anymore. It may be a house, you may be moving house. It may be a relationship, but that doesn't mean you're going to be alone, because you're not. So, number 34. There's something in your life that no longer is in alignment with who you truly are. We're cyclic beings in a constant state of change, of evolution, of growth, and change is with one of the only certainties of life. When you resist your cyclic nature, you resist life and feel stuck. And many of us have learned to be who the world wants us to be, but there comes a time when it's harder to hold on to the facade than to embrace who we truly are. To surrender to how we have changed, align our lives to that way of being. If you pulled this card, you were being called to let go of who you once were and the things you once defined yourself by. The job, the relationship, the mask that you wore, and to embrace who you truly are now. To courageously step into the person that came here to be in full authenticity. To embrace your weirdness and your uniqueness. Perhaps you have outgrown some relationship or circumstance, and it's time to reassess and bring all the parts of your life into alignment so that you're congruent with who you truly are now. What in your life doesn't belong anymore and needs to change? Eleventh house matters. Pisces. And Neptune. So it's a karmic situation. It's a lesson that's over. You don't need to relearn it. Pisces and Neptune, it's its natural home, so it's a total merging, a return to source. The danger lies in being unable to distinguish between escapism and true spiritual inspiration. So you're worried that you might not be making the right decision. You're feeling that something doesn't fit, but you daren't make a move in case you make a wrong decision. This is an Aquarius energy. So wishes and dreams will come true. So they're telling you that you should take this leap of faith. Especially if it's social, tribal gatherings, or the workplace. Group activities, I know that at the minute that's not well suited because of the lockdown. Hopes and wishes and aspirations. So your wishes and dreams can come true, but what they're saying is, I think, that at this time it's not physically possible. Doesn't mean it's not going to happen, because it's karmic and it will happen. You just have to realise now what isn't fitting and plan for a future date when you're able to make the move. Okay? Sagittarius, you're in your element because you carry burdens better than others. But I think this burden wasn't yours to carry in the first place. There is an Aries close by, but you're feeling very weighed down by all the troubles. And you are about to lay those burdens down. Would you, but you know it. So yes, it's a heavy burden, and I know you're feeling fed up, but you can handle this. Not much longer. You have the love of a good woman, possibly a mother, mother-in-law, mother of your children, happiness and social gaiety, the woman in grey. Someone returning from your childhood perhaps, or childhood issues, will go well. It can be anybody born on the 3rd or the 30th, living or past it, for your diary and address. Massively important in a positive way. It's also connected for me with the 11th of November and Remembrance Day. So there is some sort of celebration and a growth. A merging perhaps of families, but happiness and growth, abundance. So stop worrying. 6 months, it may take 6 months, but you will return to how things were, as good as they were. Nothing will be the same, but you will be as good as they were. You may be, or someone may be suffering from an illness. There may be a loss of a child, or a child that's ill, but you haven't got to worry. It may be a big burden because this child is ill. If you have lost a child, then I'm very sorry. Someone may have lost a child. Or you may be worrying about the loss of a child. There is some sort of bickering and arguing and competition. So maybe you're arguing with a child and you feel like you've lost them. Trust me, kids are on a piece of elastic. 1 minute they're not talking to you, next minute they are. It'll be fine. It's just the energy. Kids grow up, grow away, and then come back. It's as simple as that. Yeah, exchanging gifts. There may be a Leo involved somewhere, and it's not just gifts of material things. It's giving the gift of your knowledge, and all you can do is give your kids the knowledge that you wish you'd got, and hope that that serves them. Because I think that this is what all it is. It's something to do with the kids. It's not a bad thing. It's just the way kids are. Yeah, feeling adrift because maybe the kids aren't spending as much time with you. Mint of Cans, 116. So Mint of Cans are a soul group who originated on the constellation Orion. They were the first star beings to travel to Earth and believed to be the original light workers. The home planet is thought to have been one of a water world, with water so pure that they could see through it for miles. For this reason, Mint of Cans feel most at peace and at home when in or around clear water. They're here to teach us to see the potential in everything and the light in all beings. They have a odd longing for home and struggle with feelings like they don't belong. It is a thought that this is due to their home planet no longer being in existence. So maybe you've grown up and now most of your family have moved away and you do not feel like you belong. You feel like your root chakra has been uprooted. Healing is necessary for you to feel secure and safe again. Perhaps you feel this longing to find home without knowing where that is. Perhaps you've been moving around a lot or been very busy lately. And you don't feel you have anywhere on earth to call your own. You are being called to connect with Mother Earth. Create your own self now. To choose where you feel at home and create it rather than waiting for the feeling of belonging to come. Allow yourself to be truly here and at home on this planet and release the grief around not belonging or feeling held and calling the perfect home. So you may have lost someone from an illness recently and feel that that's changed your view on life. Grieving is a very long process. Yeah, Pisces energy, Neptune, 11th house. So it is the muck of the swamp. You don't feel clear about anything. Pisces in Neptune. This is about merging, returning to source. The danger lies in being unable to distinguish between escapism and true spiritual aspirations. So what I'm getting here is someone has returned to source, someone has passed. But for you, because you're very doubtful, skeptic, you do want to believe, but you're very skeptic about these matters. So you don't know if you're actually being visited by spirit or if you're imagining it. I'm telling you that you're not imagining it. There is a strong masculine air sign, possibly Aquarius, could be Libra, could be Gemini. There is an issue with the legs and ankles here. It's about your tribe. The deep yellow colour is mentioned. It's about friends, hopes, wishes, aspirations and social consciousness. You are aware of a spirit, but you're not sure if you actually believe it's them. They're telling you, it's me. Okay? It is them. Don't doubt it. You do belong and they never leave you. So if you're missing or grieving for someone, they are beside you. Pisces, something you've been working on for at least 3 years is about to pay off. You're building firm foundations for the future and you will be rewarded. Others will surprisingly help you. At least 3 people will be bringing you gifts of help, making you more stable and more chance of a better future, financially and emotionally. Teamwork is essential. Yep, patience is paid off. No two ways about it. Your ships are about to come in. It may be with something that you felt you'd been stabbed in the back about, or that something ended abruptly. There may have been a passing of someone that made this possible. Yeah, a strange building or an important building will be involved. Romance from outside and abundance. So this is going to be fantastic. Be it in career, finance, or romance, you are prospering. And it is down to the fact that somebody passed. All minor arcana, so I don't see that it's anybody close to you. But all you have to do is take a deep breath, breathe, and go through this, because things are now becoming clear. You are no longer being torn between what you should do and what you want to do. Now you know where you're going. The path has been one of blood and tears, but you are on the right path and facing true north. Yep. So I believe that this nearly broke you. You felt betrayed. But now, because you kept yourself open and kept believing, things are about to change. The challenge of life is to keep your heart open when you most want to close it, to let life crack you open, to open through the hurt and the loss, to allow what is falling away to fall away. Being human is a courageous act. A life well lived is full of losses and tragedies as much as triumphs and adventures. Wherever you find yourself at this moment, life is coaxing you to keep your heart open, no matter how much it hurts. To continually unfold, to let life crack you open. Perhaps you're going through a difficult time right now, and instead of cursing that difficulty, see it as a blessing, to open yourself up to the truth that perhaps, as hard as it may be, life is happening for you, not to you. And one day, in the not too distant future, you may just bless the thing that broke you down and cracked you open, because the world needs you open. Now is the time to go gently, to treat yourself like a tender, sweet baby, to wrap yourself in a blanket, and trust that the mother has you cradled in her arms. The seas may not be smooth sailing, but you are safe and you are held, and one day not too far from today, you will look back at the transformation and be blown away by the poetry of life. Everything is going to be okay. Let it crack you open. It's a blessing in disguise. Scorpio in the 6th house. Moon in Scorpio in the 6th house. Emotionally intense, precipitous and compulsive, secretive, resentful and jealous. The Moon in Scorpio has the capacity for self-transformation, but fears rejection and abandonment because of the way he was treated in the past. 6th house. A feminine air sign, Virgo probably, intestines and abdomen, hospitals, vocational workplace, the health services. So it's about the lockdown, I believe. Co-workers, pets, efficiency, vocation and daily training. So no matter how many times you've been rejected in a certain place, or health issues have been a problem, now is the time for things to change. Keep yourself open to the fact that things might actually work out this time. Okay? You have to believe.